Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be going over 5 things you might have missed in the first sea. Now, you can consider this video kind of as like a checklist, so as we go through this list, you can kind of just check them off if you've got them already, or if you've already done it. But anyway, let's get into it. Alright, well this next one goes pretty much without saying, but you should get your hands on a Logia fruit. If you're going to get your hands on any type of fruit, I recommend a Logia fruit at all times because they're really useful. Okay, so what's the best Logia fruit to get? Well, in the first sea, I recommend getting light, followed by magma, followed by dark, and then followed by probably ice and flame. Those are probably the best ones in my opinion. If you can get your hands on any Logia fruit though, you're going to be pretty set. You're going to be pretty well off. Now, everyone should be getting their hands on a Logia fruit, even if you're a sword wielder or a melee user and using fighting styles. Get your hands on a Logia fruit, because when you have a Logia fruit and you're higher level than the enemy by a certain amount of levels, they can't physically attack you. It's very overpowered. Alright, just to show you guys what a Logia fruit can do, I can come up to this little bandit over here, and he can't actually hit me. I've got ice fruit on right now, which is a really good Logia fruit, and as you can see, the little ice particle comes out and he can't do any damage to me, but I can punch him back and kill him. Very simple. It's very strong to have a Logia fruit. Definitely recommend getting one. Alrighty guys, the next thing I recommend over at the Pirate Village is getting your hands on a fighting style. Now, the first fighting style you'll probably be able to get your hands on is Dark Step in here. You can talk to the Dark Step teacher, this guy over here. Now, Dark Step, in my opinion, is the worst fighting style you can get in the first sea, but it's obviously the cheapest. It's very affordable, and you can get that one very easily. The next fighting style I recommend is over at the Sky Islands, and that would be Electric. Now, this one's going to cost you a little bit more, so I would probably save up a little bit more for this one. This one is my favorite, but I probably wouldn't say it's the best. Okay, the next fighting style, and probably the best fighting style, is Water Kung Fu. Now, to get Water Kung Fu, you need to come to the underwater whirlpool area, and you just need to come across over here to behind the boss spawn building. And this is the Water Kung Fu teacher. It has the best M1s, and I think it's the best one in the first sea personally. Highly recommend getting that one. Now, if you don't use fighting styles and you're more of a sword user in the first sea, I highly recommend getting the Saber Sword from the boss that spawns in here. Now, to access this area, you need to actually get the Saber puzzle completed. So, go on Google and look up how to complete that. It's very simple, it doesn't take very long, and you can get one of the best swords in the first sea very easily. All you have to do is beat the boss here, and it's a guaranteed drop. Now, for whatever reason, if you don't want to do the Saber quest, or you just want to get another weapon in general, you can come over to this guy and you can get this weapon right here, the Vicento, and it's a pretty strong weapon. It's pretty solid. I'll show you guys here. This is the weapon. It's like I don't know what type of weapon this is, but it's really cool. Has some good M1s, decent damage. It's pretty solid. I highly recommend it. But the Saber Sword, in my opinion, is still a lot better. Okay, guys, this is a really important one. You might have missed it, though, because there's no actual information, or the game doesn't direct you to come here, so you kind of have to figure it out on your own. But over on the Snow Island, once you hit level 90, you're able to go across to this guy, the Ability Teacher, and he can teach you 3 different moves. I recommend learning all of them because they're going to be absolutely crucial in the later game and the early game. They're just all very useful. They're not too expensive, and I just get them all. Just make sure you get them all. Another thing you need to do is, once you get to level 300 and you've completed the Saber quest, you need to also go and get Observation Haki. Now, I have a full video on my channel how to actually get Instinct, but if you just come over here and you talk to this guy, he will give it to you for like 750,000. Pretty simple stuff. Instinct is very overpowered. As you can see, you can't be hit pretty much. It's just really strong. Anyway, guys, the next thing. Alrighty, guys, so the best accessory you can get for melee and fighting styles is this one right here. It's the coat. It gives you like 10% extra damage when you're using a melee or fighting style, blah blah, and it also gives you some health and energy. It's pretty good. I highly recommend it. It's not very hard to get either. Like, you just do a couple server hops and you'll probably get it. It's like a 10% drop, I think. Alright, so if you're a sword user, then I highly recommend getting the black cape, because the white coat over there won't do you any good because it's only for melee damage, which isn't what a sword is. So you need to come over here into this like little hole, and you just talk to this guy right here. I'll show you actually where this is properly. As you can see, it's right in this kind of area. It's the same island where we got the other coat, Marine Fortress, and you just come right over to the tower on the far end. Okay, the last and final accessory is for bloxfruit users. So if you're using like a magma fruit, an ice fruit, or a light fruit, or something like that to grind in the first sea, I highly recommend this one. It does cost a little bit of money, quite a lot actually. It is 500,000, but on the Sky Islands, you come up to this little area, hop on the building, and you talk to this guy right here. And he will sell you this ring, which gives you 10% extra damage on all your fruit attacks, which is really useful, obviously, if you're using a fruit. So yeah, alrighty guys, thank you so much for watching as always. I hope I covered that for all the types of users. The only one I didn't really go over was gun users, because I don't think you should really be using a gun in the first sea anyway. It's very difficult, but obviously this is mainly sword, melee, and Blox fruit users. That should cover it all for the 5 things you need to do before you reach the second sea. Thank you so much for watching as always. Make sure you join my Discord server and like and subscribe.